it going, guys? Welcome in. I'm Carl. Today we're doing some work on the old BM and I thought I'd do you a video, show you how to do this because this can be a bit of a pain on these old BMs. This one's a 320D M Sport. Nice car, but as you're going down the road, all the DTC lights and stuff come on. ABS rings on the back drive shafts are all rusty and gone out of shape. Sensors could be playing up, so we're going to get in there, see what's going on and go from there. I've already done the passenger side one. On that side it's a little bit more tricky because you have to drop the exhaust system down on the rear box in the middle just to get a bit of clearance and stuff like that, but same job as this what I'm going to do on this side. So let's get into it and hopefully this will save you a bit of money and you can do it yourself. But yeah, basically when they come on, the car will sort of judder and seems like it's misfiring, but it's not. That's actually these playing up. I've actually got an old one down on the floor down here, so I'll grab it. This is what the old one looks like from when I've done the other side. Basically they just get all rusty and all around in here inside the shaft and stuff like that. You basically get big lumps and all goes out of shape and yeah, not very good. So let's get into this one and let's see if I can help you out a bit. So what I've done to keep myself started is I've got a jack underneath there on the jacking point. I've been underneath and we've got axle stands sitting on the bottom of the wishbone arms, keeping the car in the air just slightly. Just makes it a little bit easier. These are the tools I had to use for the other side. I'll go through what I've done with each tool to do what jobs. I've also done the brakes on that side as well, and I'll probably be doing them on this side as well, but this video is all about the drive shafts, so I'll show you the drive shafts. We'll take the ring off, we'll put a new one on and we'll get it all back in. Okay, so first thing we've got to do is get the old wheel off. 17mm on these. Right. Little kick. Should come down. Let's get rid of that behind us. Have a look at the tyre, but pretty sure it's good because it's only about a month old, if that. So it should be pretty good. Right, so we're in here, which is where we want to be. Obviously got a centre nut in here to do, so I'll come and show you that. I'll grab some light and stuff and we'll have a look at them properly. I'll show you what you need to be undoing. Okay, so we need to be getting at this centre nut in here. As you can see around the edges, here and here, it's been knocked in, so we'll knock them back out. Then you're going to want a big old hefty ratchet or bar, and this is a 32mm, I do believe. No, 30mm socket, and that will get you on there and get that sorted out. And what I do to jam it up so it doesn't spin while you're turning is you put a screwdriver in between the disc, and then as you turn it, that grabs hold of the caliper, just gives you a bit of a bite. So okay, so I'm going to go with the breaker bar. I'm going to get that to where I want it, put that in between the brake. Yep, we're free. Once you get them going, they just wind off most of the time. And that's off. Pretty simple as that. And next thing you want to do is you've got to go under the car now, so if you can find yourself something to lay on, a bit of cardboard or something like that. I'll use this old boot liner. And I'll take you under and show you what we've got to undo. So we're underneath the car, looking at the rear diff, which is this here. And you've got these little bolts all the way around the drive shaft. 6 of them in total. What you have to do is just undo each one of these. They've got a little piece of metal around the edges that joins 2 together. And then the same again, you put your screwdriver in between your brake discs, like so. Let it go round to your brake, and you can undo probably a couple at a time, depending on which ones you can reach at what a time. Normally you have to do sort of a couple there, then spin it round, do a couple more, and that's how I do it. These are quite long bolts, so it's just a case of winding them out till they come loose, and then what you have to do is you have to push the rubber on the gator back a bit and just pull them out like so. Now I'm going to try, while I've got it thingied up at the back there on the brake, I'm going to try and undo this one as well. Alright. Pretty tight. These often are though. The other side was the same. Pain when doing them underneath like this. Gives you neck ache and back ache and stuff, but it's got to be done. Not very nice to drive otherwise. The old ABS light all coming on, and it makes the car judder, as I was saying before. So I'm not going to show you obviously all 6 of these coming out, because that's all the same sort of job. This one's loose now, and I'll show you what I mean by the bit of metal that's joining 2 together. You basically got these, and then you got a bolt in inside each one of them that locks it off. What I normally do is keep them in pairs so they go back in the same pairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now take the screwdriver at the front there, screwdriver's back out, turn it around so I can get 2 more, put the screwdriver back in, which will lock them off again, and away you go again. Like I say, 2 at a time. Jesus, this one's tight. Very tight. You have to be very careful you don't round them off, that's the trouble. Got it, but that was hard work. So what I'll say, I'll undo these 2, then I'll move it around and do the other 2, and I'll bring you back. So once they're all done, basically you lift it up to the side of the left and slide it down. Then we've got to come round to the front again. You've got your drive shaft here. Basically need a lump hammer and something to put on the middle there. Hit it a few times and it should go through. Okay, so that knocked through, so I pulled the drive shaft out. It's down here now. What I've done is I'll put the nut back on the end of the drive shaft, and then I'll put a socket there as well so I can put up against the wall. There's actually a metal girder, and we're gonna knock this ring off now, which is all rusty underneath. It's not anywhere near as bad as the other side was, but you still do 2 if you're going to do them. So let me set up a camera and we'll knock this ring off. So how I do these is I give myself a little punch, like so, little toffee hammer, nothing too hefty. Hook it on the back of the ring. It's hard for me to do it and show you at the same time. Doesn't matter if you damage the ring because it's going in the bin. It's already moving. Once you get it moving like that, just spin the shaft around a little bit, keeping it against the wall. that ring's off. Really rusty inside, I mean mega rusty. And now we've got to sort out the drive shaft because you can't put the new one back over that. So I'll show you what we've got to do next. So next you're going to need a grinder, as you can see on the floor. I've already got safety goggles on, which are these. You don't want no rust going in, flying up into your eyes or anything like that. And what I've got is a very coarse wire wheel on the other side of the grinder. And we're just going to go all the way around this edge. So this will probably go on for like 15 minutes, so you're not going to want to watch that for 15 minutes, but I'll show you what condition that's in once we're finished it. So this is how clean we got it. You want it as clean as possible. You want it looking like new really, as much as you can. See where we've got little chunks sticking up. And what we're going to do with them, you better feel them with your fingers as you're doing the job. But what I do is I go round, basically flat file. You don't want none of them little bits sticking up. They'll cause problems getting the new ring on. It's amazing how much rust can get underneath these, to be honest. So there was quite a lump there, and it's already coming out. It doesn't take too much to give it a good file. Don't leave it lumpy and bumpy because you put it all back together and you'll still be getting the lights on the dash and that will still be playing up. Take your time, get this bit right, and you'll be happy when you get on the road and do your test drive. So, can we feel anything else? Looking pretty good, I think. And then what I do is a much softer wire brush, put the old goggles back on. Like so, and that should be good to get the new ring, so I'll go and grab that and let's put it on. So this is the new ring, bought two, and so I've already done the other side, and that's what a brand new nice shiny one looks like. It's perfectly round still. Let's get it onto the shaft. So to do that, I'll get an even softer hammer than what I used earlier. This little one here. stand it on end, put it over the top, sort of line everything up. You should be able to just push it on with your hands just slightly, and then basically you're just tapping it all the way around. Don't hit it hard, don't bend it. You should probably be able to see it going down. You want it to seat right down the bottom of the shaft. No little bit sticking up anywhere. Just keep going round. It's worth going around 10 times if you have to. And then basically you're seated like so. Run your finger around the top, you sort of be able to feel whether it's seated or not, and you can also see if that's right at the bottom, along the bottom of the shaft there. We're all looking good. Always do it one more time, even though I know it's in place. You just do it one more time to make sure. And let's take it back over to the car. So your shaft is ready to go back in, so what I do is I get some grease on the splines, because they're normally a pain to get out. If you do this, it stops them from rusting in. Put some on the old thread as well where the centre lock bolt goes. Get it all nice. Put a bit on the car end as well if you want to. And also where the bolt holes go down into them. Little dab. I normally put it on the nuts. And spray a bit of WD. Just keep everything all flowing nicely, and it should go in good. So shaft is all back in. They're all done up nice and tight. Same with this side as well. Got the bar on there and nipped that right up. Just put the screwdriver in between the brake like so. Like I said, for doing the rest of it. And pretty good, it's all back together. The only thing you've got to check after that really is your sensors and stuff. Down the side, if you look down there where you see that bolt is, you've got your ABS sensor. Sometimes they can be a pain, sometimes they could have been touching the ring from the old rusty one. This is the one from the other side. This is the one we took out a minute ago. As you can see, they absolutely fill up with rust. And then they don't read anymore. And you get all sorts of problems. But for the sake of a few hours work and sort of £30–40 worth of kit, you can get yourself sorted back out. So it's all back together. So I'll leave this one here. So I'll say thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll help you out a lot. Whew, I'm absolutely boiling hot because it's been like 32 degrees all day, so it's roasting in there, even though it's night time at the moment. But hopefully I've helped you out a bit, and I'll see you soon in another video. Thanks for watching.